So many things happening after giving birth, taking care of your baby, the changes in your body and all of that, and sometimes you forget to take care of yourselves.
It's very important to exercise even after giving birth as we want to build on that strength. So I'll be demonstrating exercises that are diastasis recti friendly. So you want to keep that core engaged, okay? Hold it there for 5 to 10 seconds.
Hi mommies, welcome to part 3 of this episode about prenatal and postpartum health. I'm your host, Sophie Albert, and you're watching Straight from the Expert. In the previous episode, we talked about prenatal exercises that you can do at home. This time naman, we're going to be talking about postpartum exercises, and Coach Julia is still here with us today.
It's very important to exercise even after giving birth as we want to build on that strength.
Yeah, that's right. And there's so many things happening after giving birth, taking care of your baby, the changes in your body and all of that. And sometimes you forget to take care of yourself. So a lot of moms also want to know like how they can get back in shape, how they can take care of themselves. And I think also important not to really worry too much about how to get back in shape, more of like how to be healthy.
After giving birth, there's some excess weight that we still have to deal with. And with that, we can't immediately jump into working out. So we have Dr. Kristine Tangco to explain this further.
If you've had a natural delivery or vaginal delivery, you can actually start working out as soon as you're ready. If after 2 weeks you think you're physically ready to work out, go ahead, do your routine. There's nothing that's limited for somebody who has undergone natural delivery. But if a woman has undergone cesarean section, do remember that you have been stitched up. So we will have to slow down a little bit, but you can start working out as early as 6 weeks postpartum to do only light exercises at this time, such as mild walking, but you can start doing your core exercises at 4 to 6 months postpartum. So during the first 6 weeks postpartum, you're still not allowed to do the core workouts such as the planking, crunches, as well as lift weights. It would be at 4 to 6 months postpartum.
So okay, now we know that there are different exercises for prenatal and there are also different exercises for postpartum, right?
That's correct. Because at this point in your pregnancy, after giving birth, there's a condition that we may tend to experience, which is called diastasis recti, wherein the superficial muscle here, the abdominis rectus, actually splits or moves apart because this ligament that brings it together is pulled apart, which leaves a space in between. So we can't immediately jump into doing crunches and sit-ups and bicycle crunches like we used to do perhaps before we were pregnant.
What are the exercises we can do now that we have our baby?
So I'll be demonstrating exercises that are diastasis recti friendly. So let's start. Okay, so the first exercise we'll do is called a TA contraction or transverse abdominis contraction. So TA or transverse abdominis is actually the abdominal muscle that surrounds or wraps around our waist all the way to our back and also is underconnected to the abdominis rectus. So by contracting this, it holds this together and that's what we want kasi syempre when we gave birth, this moved apart. Okay, so this is actually something that you want to do even in the other exercises that we will be explaining or demonstrating later on. So we'll start by lying flat on the back. Okay, making sure that the lower back is pressed to the ground. Okay, pressing it to the ground, and you want to bring the belly button down to the spine. Okay? So you want to do this not necessarily by inhaling because the tendency is like, okay, tuck in, inhale, but not necessarily. Actually, you want to breathe through this TA contraction. So can you try bringing your belly button, pushing it down to your spine? Okay, good. Hold it there for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. You don't necessarily want to hold your breath either as you contract that muscle. Okay, so again, you want to breathe through it. Let's hold it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, And there you go. Our second exercise is called the lying leg march. So we want to start with this position with the TA contraction still happening, pressing the belly button down to the spine.
Okay.
But this time, we are bringing the knees closer to the chest. Bring it close to the chest and back down. Okay, alternatingly. So other leg. So as you do this, okay, as you continue doing this, you want to make sure that you're still bringing that belly button down to your spine. Make sure there's no gap in your lower back area. Okay, so we'll do 3 more reps. 1, 2, and 3. So if you find this easy, okay, depending on where you are in your recovery stage, you can do leg extensions. So once you feel like you've graduated from the lying leg march, you can do leg extensions. So bring this up, but this time, bring it all the way back. There you go. And back. Okay, and then extend.
Oh.
Yeah. So we can start with one leg first.
Okay.
And extend. There you go. Our third exercise is called the classic glute bridge. So the glute bridge is wherein you bring up your glutes, okay, like a bridge, parang tabletop. Make sure that your knees are right above your ankles when you bring it up, okay? But make sure this one is not fully extended. So keeping it straight and then bringing it down. So once you bring it down, you want to make sure that, again, you're pressing the belly button down to the spine before you bring it up. That way, when you shoot up like this, your core is engaged and your glutes are activated as well. Okay? So we'll be doing this for 5 reps. Start. 1. Back down. Our fourth exercise is called side plank. So it's gonna target, of course, our obliques. So we'd want to start with our elbows on the ground. Make sure it's right below our shoulder. Our knees should be below our hips. So we don't want this to be moving forward nor at the back. So you want it aligned with your body. Okay, bring up the hips. So you don't also want it to be too high nor dipped too low. So creating a straight line from your head all the way till your knees. So you want to keep that core engaged. Okay, hold it there for 5 to 10 seconds and then bring it back down.
We really appreciate all the helpful tips that you shared with us today, Coach, and I'm sure you inspired a lot of moms and moms-to-be to take care of their physical and mental health during and after pregnancy.
You're welcome. I'm so happy to be here. Actually, I want to share some 3 tips as we close. First tip for the moms out there, as we touched on exercise during this episode, I also want to recommend or suggest that we also satisfy the 2 other fitness pillars. So we have 3 fitness pillars: exercise, nutrition, and rest. So of course, kahit gaano ka mag-exercise, if hindi ka pa kumakain ng tama and you're not resting, then you still wouldn't necessarily be fit, okay? So you want to be fit all around. So, and another one is that you want to enjoy the journey. If you didn't enjoy exercising during pregnancy, what more pa after? So you want to enjoy the journey. That way, it becomes even more sustainable. And lastly, of course, you want to focus on improving yourself. Again, going back to those 3 pillars of fitness, because as moms, we are serving our children, our families, and we won't be able to do so with full-heartedly if we are not taking care first of ourselves.
So again, thank you so much, Coach. Where can they find you, follow you?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at I am Ramona Julia, and on Facebook, Julia Sucgang, Transformation Coach.
So in this episode, we learned that moms can and should take care of their physical health. And for me, taking care of your physical health is a form of self-care. And it's really so important to find the time to take care of yourself, especially when you're a mom, because you're taking care of everyone, you're thinking of everybody's needs, and you really have to fill your tank first and find the time to take care of yourselves. And that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and for more helpful and informative videos and stories like this, visit gmanetwork.com/lifestyle and follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also follow me at It's Sophie Albert on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. See you there, and thank you guys for watching. Bye!